One, two, three. So, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Nabila. I'm 24 years old. I'm a figurative painter from Indonesia, raised in the United Arab Emirates and based in The Hague and Netherlands. And I graduated from the Bachelor's of Fine Art from the Royal Academy of Art, KBK in The Hague in 2023, and I specialize in painting.
So, what are your paintings about?
My paintings are about. Oh, that's a really broad question, actually. My um, my painting my paintings are basically about emotions overall, but I focus mainly on identity and mental health conditions such as bipolar disorder. I'm diagnosed with a bipolar disorder, and I use painting as a visual diary to visualize my bipolar manic and depressive episodes.
Okay. So, can you show us around for those art?
Yes, of course. Where do we start? Shall we start with the depresso espresso or the happy manic?
Well, maybe you can pick.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's this. This is a painting that I created during a depressive episode. I felt very hopeless, and I had a lot of anger within me. So I decided to name the painting Rumination. It's quite influenced by the style of Francis Bacon, just a bit. I love Francis Bacon, one of my favorite artists, actually my favorite artist. And yeah, it's just, the whole painting is just about the feeling of despair and the feeling of hopelessness and the anger you have from feeling the feeling of hopelessness and despair. And it's just kind of like about giving up. But in a sense, I know it's very dark, but at the same time, those are very normal human feelings that everyone experiences.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that we have to embrace as a human instead of shying away from them. And yeah, that's why I explore this kind of topics in my art. I want to destigmatize mental health conditions and negative feelings and negative emotions that are seen to be a taboo. Instead of running away from them, I embrace them and accept them just for what they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about your other art?
This one, as you can tell, this one is quite a shift from that painting. I don't know if you can tell, but at least I can. From the difference in colors and the style and the visual language. This one I created during a manic episode, actually. I guess I just wanted to express my love for smoking. I have a very bad smoking addiction, and whilst yes, I am aware that smoking kills, but at the same time, I feel like my mind kills me faster than smoking does, as written on the painting itself. Smoking kills, but my mind kills me faster. Yeah. Also, I know I am very aware about how dark and depressing my art can be. But to be fair, I'm quite a cheerful person. I'm very bubbly as a person. If you get to know me, I'm not. I'm not all gloomy and sad compared to what my art kind of portrays. But we all have our own emotions, we all have our own problems, and we all have our own, I don't know how to say it, misery and sufferings. And for me, I can't just keep it all inside, I have to channel it somehow, and I channel it in my paintings. Like in this one. This painting, let's see more please. This painting is called, let me think what. This painting is called I Am Going Insane and I'm Coping with Humor. Yeah, I just wanted to express that at certain moments in my life I feel very, very insane and I feel like ripping my head off sometimes. But I like to cope with humor. It's quite contradicting. I feel like laughing is quite the medicine for me. It's some sort of therapy. And that one, I did not start the painting yet. I don't know how it's gonna end up. I never really know how my paintings always end up. And This one is about. The title is called Real Eyes. Real Eyes, like eyes. Realize, like realize. Real Lies. It's quite a corny painting, quite a corny title for a painting, but it's okay. I guess it's quite. I guess it's a lot about the media and the brainwashing of the media, and like as the quote says, only realize. So corny.
And I guess.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry.
No, you can continue.
And I guess maybe the question that so many people ask artists are, what are your favorite? What is your favorite painting?
From myself or from
From you?
for me?
Yeah. Out of all the things that you made here, what has been your favorite?
Yeah. I guess these two are my. I know they're two separate paintings, but I consider them. If you, I like to. Yeah, I guess they're two different paintings, but I like to categorize them as one painting, like a series. Yeah. This is usually when I paint, when I depict my manic and depressive states, it's quite abstract in a way, and it's up to the viewer's interpretation on how they want to interpret the painting and figure out which episode I am in. But these ones are the quite literal translation of bipolar mania and depression. And this one is about mania. This one's about mania. This one is about depression. And I can tell a little bit about what the paintings are about. This one is so these two paintings were painted from a reference photos from two different reference photos, and this one was taken during the reference photo for the manic painting was taken during my manic psychotic episode, and during that time it's quite hard. I felt I was in a psychotic episode, and I was really convinced that I had supernatural powers, and I had to in a way prove that I had the supernatural powers. I tried to prove my powers by painting, by drawing on my face with markers and lines upon lines, and I took a video of that, and then a few years later I saw the video again, and I was like, damn, I have to paint this, and so I did. And this is how the painting turned out. And this one is just this painting is just a painting taken. The reference picture was taken during one of my mental breakdowns during a very bad depressive episode. And I don't know why, but I really like taking pictures of myself when I'm crying. And then I took that picture and I painted it. And here's it turned out. A literal translation of mania and depression.
And what are you currently working on now?
What I'm currently working on now is, to be honest, I have no idea. I don't know how to explain it, but maybe I will try to figure it out. This painting. I painted it yesterday. I mean, I've been painting it for a few months, but I was painting it yesterday as well. But I've been painting this for a few months now, and it started out with a portrait of my brother. But I really didn't and then yesterday when I was painting it, I really didn't like how the figure felt so alone. It was just the figure. There was nothing else to it. It felt so empty, it felt so bland, and I don't know, I had to put some sort of expression into it, and I kind of went blank. And I think I spent hours and hours and hours on it, and the next thing you know, this whole web of greenish, yellowish, which looks very calming, but how I interpreted it is not. I think it's quite chaotic in its own way. It's kind of like a web of lies, a web of truths. I don't know, but it's up to the viewer's interpretation. But For me, I think it's just a web of chaos, to be honest. It's very calming, but it's also very chaotic at the same time. And I'm still trying to figure out what it means. I guess it's up to intuition. Yeah, I'm just figuring it out. But yeah, I need to add some purples into it because I really don't like how blue it's. But I need to work on it more. But what I really like about the painting is how like there's a focal point on the eye, and you can't really see the figure, but you can kind of see it, like the face. But I feel like if it's just the figure alone, the painting would not be complete. I have to add some stuff to it. Like every time I paint, I can't just like when I paint, it always like I start with a figure. I start with usually like a face because I love painting faces because that's where the emotions are usually shown. And then once I'm done with the face or the figure, I like to mess it up. I like to add more stuff to it. I can't just leave the painting alone. I like to overwork the painting for some reason, I don't know. I find beauty in destruction. I find beauty in self-destruction as well. I mean, that sounds very concerning, but sometimes you have to embrace the other side of your emotions, you know, not just positive emotions, because we're not all rainbows and sunshines at the end of the day. And we can be sad, we can be angry, we can be depressed, we can be anxious, we can be in a psychotic episode, and I think it should be fine. I think we should accept whatever state we're in and whatever feeling we feel, we have to accept it. Because after all, emotions are just like clouds passing by in the sky.
All right. Thank you very much for showing me your art, and yeah, I can't wait to see all your next art.
No problem. Thank you very much. I hope I didn't yap too much.
Oh, you did.